I'm with Pat Doherty, the Chief Executive of Wellington Water. Pat, we've had the major outage of the Moa Point sewage treatment plant. Tell us, what are the priorities right now with that plant?
Well, at the moment, all our wastewater is flowing out of short outfall, which means that so our priority is to get back to using the long outfall, and then to clean out the sludge tanks to make sure that we don't get any odour problems while the plant is shut down, and then start to work on the long-term solution, assess the damage, and work from there.
And your sense at the moment is the damage is quite significant?
Yeah, we've got a lot of wastewater through the plant. It's got into a lot of our electrical equipment, our control systems, and we need to pump all that wastewater out and then assess the damage. And we also need to understand what caused this. Why did wastewater back up from the outfall pipeline back into the plant? So we have quite a lot of work to do.
So at the moment there's no power to the plant at all, you had to cut it off. Do you have any idea about how long it might take to get power back to the plant and therefore getting the pumps going to the long outfall?
We will be starting to work on that tomorrow. We think in a few days we'll have the long outfall going, and that'll make a big difference to the water quality on the south coast.
And with the short outfall that's being used at the moment, is pretty much untreated sewage is going through that outfall?
Yeah, unfortunately so, yeah, and it's only discharging 4 or 5 metres off the coast. It's pretty much back the way things were 40 years ago, which is far from acceptable.
And that means the high risk therefore of untreated stuff turning up on the rock pools and on the foreshore of the beaches and all the rest of it, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So really at the moment we're saying stay away from the water, don't let your dog swim in the water, keep your children away from it. It's probably safest to stay off the beaches until we've got that long outfall going again. And even then it'll take at least 2 or 3 days to clean it up properly before we can reopen the beaches properly.
And is it possible to say how long before you might kind of fully understand the cause of this? I mean, this is a big deal, a big outage very quickly.
Look, once we've got on top of things a bit more, we'll start doing an investigation into what went wrong and could we have done things better, and we'll be making that public. We'll make sure that everyone knows we're about making things better for the organisation, and we'll be open and honest about that.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Look, I think the message is this is a really disappointing thing to happen, particularly in the middle of summer. But for Wellingtonians, I know it's hard when you make plans to go to the beach, spend time in the amazing south coast that we've got, but stay away from the beaches, keep the kids away from the beaches, keep the dogs away from the beaches. Hopefully it'll be only a few days, and just keep an eye on the messages that are coming out. Once the long outfall is in place, then the messaging will change and hopefully we'll be able to get back onto the beaches. Really sorry this has happened, and we'll be working with Wellington Water as the City Council to understand what's happened and make sure we do everything we can to stop it happening again.